Hello and welcome. Tonight I'm showing my blue book. It was inspired by another YouTuber, Diane H. She has a YouTube channel through which she shares her gorgeous, gorgeous junk journals and smash books and glue books. In fact, when she shared her first glue book, I'd never heard the term, and I was really curious, so I watched with great interest, and when she demonstrated what it was, I thought, I've needed one of them all my life. So I made one. And this is what it looks like. I used papers from a collection that's a few years old. It's called the Dear Jane Stack by DCWV. And I just love every single paper in it. It's just beautiful. This is a page that's just nothing but books, and I trimmed them down to size. If you look closely, you can see where I cut the page across to make it fit, because I wanted both the top and the bottom. And it goes all the way around with the stack of books, except for right here. And this is actually a piece from another sheet, but it had that neat little quill pen, so I put that on there. And I just put some letters on, and that I had some sticky letters from, and put, I think I stained them with vintage photo distress ink, and then I put glossy accents on. And the charm is actually a little heart that a friend of mine, a very dear friend, my friend Jane, sent me several years ago, and I've had it in various places around my room, my craft room, my bedroom, just about anywhere. And finally, when I made my glue book, I thought, it's got a home now. So there it is. I have 5 signatures. I did not sew them through the cover. I sewed them through a thin sheet of board, and then I covered the stitching lines with, or I glued the stitching actually into the spine so you can't see it. And in fact, after I had it together, I realized that I made a major, well, maybe not major, but annoying error, and I sewed this signature in upside down, and this toile is upside down, so I quickly covered it with this panel from a paper bag that my sisters brought me back from New Orleans. They went to the Café du Monde, and they brought me a box of beignet mix in this bag, and so I slapped that in there along with a note about my sisters and how much I love them. So I'll go back to the beginning. I've only started to put things in here. I have a lot more to go in, but for now I put a few things in, like this photo of my nephew, Ron. I'll put that a little closer. You can see his wonderful face. He's with the dog from the Bush Bean people in a little vignette, and it's really cute. And he's adorable, and we just love him to pieces. A tea bag, because I'm kind of a tea nut. This was just some pictures that I liked. A picture of a tea set, or a dinner set, I guess, from a grocery store flyer, actually. I just liked it. A little teapot charm that I wanted to use somewhere else, and it didn't work, so I just sort of had it sitting around and globbed it in there with glossy accents. Scrabble tiles, because I love Scrabble, and they were left over from a project I did a long time ago. And then I'll just show you this if you're not going to be too tempted. Pecan pie. And a little piece from one of my favorite collections from Graphic 45, World's Fair. I just love that paper line, so I threw that in there. And then over here, this is actually paper left over from my first junk journal, and I'll share that someday maybe. And Loft House is one of my favorite cookies in the world. This is a bit of ribbon that I used on our front door wreath this year at Christmas, and I love Santa Claus, so I had to put a piece of that in there. Hershey's Kisses. Who doesn't love Hershey's Kisses? This is something my sisters also brought me, a box of pralines. They were so good. And a thank you note from a friend. I had given her a mini album in a paper purse, and she just loved it and sent me a sweet little note. And this just says, just because, and it's because I love the crazy birds. This is a poem that a friend of mine had written about his wife about 20 years after she died, about how much he still misses her, and it's so sweet and poignant, and I had to slap that in there. And then, I don't know, oh, somewhere back here, yeah, this is just a little drawing that one of my great nieces did, and I wanted to save it. It's actually on the back of something my husband was writing, but it's still sweet, and I put it in there. And then, besides the beignet paper, there's this little thing my grandson made for me when he was 3, and so I put that in there. So I have lots more to put in here. The papers I used in here, besides the Dear Jane collection, were some drawing paper, some, actually this is not drawing paper, this is actually copy paper in a light gray. This is drawing paper. I think I have plain white, sort of old paper in here that looks kind of ancient. And I think I have some, I guess that's about it. I don't think I put, oh, these are the little journaling tags that came with the set, and so I put them in there. Yeah, I guess I didn't put much else in there. Just those kinds of papers. So that's it. And I've got lots of room to grow for years and years. And Diane, I thank you for the inspiration. And I know you're not the only one that makes glue books, but you're the one that showed them to me. So I thank you for that.